What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite. Yes, you can have a favorite. Self-aware narcissist, Mr. Mental Illness, better known, Mr. Lee Havoc, better known as Mental Illness across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hear my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, like myself, 5 years strong, and also validate the victims, survivors, and the thrivers of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about who are narcissists attracted to? Are narcissists drawn to empaths? Why do you keep picking narcissists or whatever? Like, what? How do you get rid of narcissists? I mean, I'm just saying, all about narcissism and things like that. But particularly, are narcissists attracted to empaths? So this is what I'm gonna say right here, y'all. I know people are gonna disagree with me. I'm already prepping for this to be my worst episode ever. When people comment on it, it goes viral for people talking trash about me and stuff like that. I'm already prepping it for that. Even though I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to say anything mean or disillusioned. I'm just like, I don't think narcissistic people, like myself in particular, I'm not speaking for all narcissists, but I think Cluster B Milkshake would agree on this. Maybe Ben Taylor as well. That I'm not like, I don't think most narcissistic people are drawn to empaths. I just, when people say that, like narcissists are drawn to empaths, I just imagine like, you know, like when birds fly south for the winter. That's what I imagine right there. I just like there's some kind of invisible field pulling the birds to, you know, do they fly north or south? Oh goodness gracious! Wherever birds fly when the seasons change, like their gravitational pull. Like, I feel like people, that's what I think of when people say narcissists are attracted to empaths or drawn to empaths or empaths are drawn to narcissists. Right. When I hear that, I just think of some kind of like bees to honey or something like that. Like empaths, like empaths, like come out when you come out the door in the morning, like you just release some pheromones into the air and any narcissist within a 2-mile radius can smell it like a damn grizzly bear or something like that. Like I'm a narcissist. I go outside and just like, oh, it's an empath within a 2-mile radius. Very empathetic. Super high levels of empathy. And she's downwind right now. No, it doesn't work that way, y'all. It's just like, it's seriously, that doesn't work that way, honestly. But that's the way the mind goes, though, y'all. Like, I don't think I've dated other narcissists. Like I've dated narcissistic women, toxic women, people like that. I have. So I'm not drawn to empaths. I don't think, like I said, this is what I believe, y'all. And this is my own belief. This is not backed by science. This is my own belief right here. I just think who you are determines how the relationship dynamic goes. What you've been through, how you were raised, determines how the relationship dynamic goes. If you are an empath and you just happen to encounter a narcissist, you know what I mean? Because the opposite is true as well. Like it's not like narcissists. There's like some kind of cologne that we spray to attract empaths. It's like, man, I need some empaths today. I ain't had a good empath in a long time. Oh, here's some empathy. The special scent of like 2 times on the wrist, once on the neck, one behind the ear, just in case you walk by an empath. You want to leave a trail of this scent, so the empaths just get lifted off their feet and fly back to you. You know what I mean? like Tinkerbell. But seriously, that's the way it goes, y'all. But like, who you are determines how it goes. Like when I say who you are determine how it goes. Like if you happen to be raised by narcissistic people, or you happen to be raised in a chaotic environment, or you yourself have experienced some type of childhood trauma, and you encounter a narcissistic person, you might be less, you might miss the red flags, or it might feel like the environment you grew up in. They might demonstrate love to you, how you experienced love growing up. So who you are determines where the relationship goes. That's how I feel about it, y'all. This is my honest mindset. If you're an empath, like me, as a narcissistic person, and if me and you have a first date, you just happen to be an empath, you miss the red flags, we're going to have the narcissist empath dynamic. If you are a person with borderline personality disorder, and when we meet each other, and we both ignore the red flags in this situation, we're going to have the narcissist borderline dynamic. You know what I mean? If you happen to be ASPD and meet me, we're going to have it, and we both miss the red flags, or blind, and we just ignore them. Like we are sitting at the table. The table is in the shape of a red flag. The tablecloth is in itself a red flag. The straws are red flags. The martini glasses are red flags. Like, and the drink is called the red flag. The drink special is called the red flag. We miss all of that. and we end up together. So we were going to have the narcissist ASPD, what's the psychopath relationship, narcissist, sociopath, whatever. Like, who you are determines where the relationship goes, y'all. Because if you're an empath with boundaries, you come out there and spray boundaries on yourself. Like, I'm gonna avoid narcissists today. You just spray yourself down with the boundary spray. And wash yourself down with boundary soap. Boundaries. You're going to avoid narcissistic people. You're going to still encounter them, but you won't allow them continuous access to you because you know that they're narcissistic people. You can sense it. They're pushed away by your boundaries. You know what I mean? They're pushed away by your boundaries and things like that. So I tell people, it's just like who you are determines where the relationship goes. It just does. So if you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, like that's the mindset, y'all. I'm just telling you, this is where it goes. Like, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's my honest truth right there. Just like, believe you're wrong. Okay, I can be wrong, y'all. Believe in the comment section, but I can be wrong. Just like, why do I keep picking narcissists? Like, what about, like, that's why when people ask me that, like, why do I keep choosing narcissists? Why I keep ending up with them? Like, again, who you are determines where it goes. So who you are in these relationship dynamics determine where it goes. What about these people? If you had a string of narcissists in a row, what about these people what do they have in common? What about what do these people have in common right here? You know what I mean? Like, seriously, what do these people have in common that attracted you to them? Or what did you do in this relationship 2 times that you ended you in this situation? Like, did you ignore some red flags that you should have picked up on, or whatever? I just feel like analyze the relationship. Go back and interview. Like, you don't break no contact. Don't go back and interview the narcissist. Interview yourself. Interview past you. What could you have done differently in this dynamic? What could you have done differently? What could you have done better? What could you have had more boundaries? Could you just said no more often? I'm just telling you. Go back and interview past you. Just write this stuff down. Write down your story. Y'all tell yourself this story and set boundaries. Like I said, just set boundaries. You can avoid, you can't avoid narcissists, but they're going to be in your life. They just are. But you don't have to allow them access to you in the way that they want access to you. And like I said, this doesn't have to be a boyfriend or girlfriend. This can absolutely be your boss. This can absolutely be your coworker. This can absolutely be your friends, your family, your best friend, your cousins, your sister. It could be anybody else, y'all. Your gaming partner online, your Fortnite teammate online could be a narcissist. You can, don't allow them access to you, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I tell people, just like, what has drawn you to this person? Like I said, me personally, I think physical attraction plays a big role in the narcissist dynamic. Like, you end up attracted to this person physically a lot of times, or their persistence. They just wear you down. This is okay. I'm gonna say this right here. Buckle up. When I say this right here, it's gonna ruffle some feathers. If you're a bird and you have loose feathers, get ready to have those fluffers. Get ready to have those feathers fluffed and ruffled. I'm telling you, you might lose a feather or 2 right here. If you have somebody that you're not interested in, that you have friend zoned for an extended period of time, and they don't want to be in the friend zone, they're in your DMs or your inboxes, the social media inbox or your text messages, talking to themselves, don't mess around and give that person a chance. I'm just telling you, do not give that. I know there's exceptions to the rule. Well, Lee, my mom did that to my dad, and they've been married for 50 years, so you're wrong. I'm gonna do that. Go ahead and do that in today's age. Go ahead and give somebody who's angry as hell at you for not giving them a chance, who's wearing you down, trying to exhaust you because they're being persistent. Persistence is not always attractive, y'all. Sometimes people are persistent because you have those boundaries. Just like, it's like them scaling a wall. It's like them beating them. You ever seen the police when they have their battering ram, when they try to bust down the door of a drug den? They're just taking their battering ram and hit the door like, police, SWAT team, boom, boom. That's what the narcissistic person is doing to you. They're hitting your boundaries door with a battering ram. Don't open the door. Your door is reinforced concrete steel slab. Don't open the door. Sometimes y'all be like, oh, we've been friends for so long. Let's try dating. Gotcha. You just open the door. Gotcha. And they're angry as hell because you friend zoned them. How can you treat some? How could you pick somebody else over me? How could you do this? How could you do that? I'm just telling you, if they're in your friend zone now, leave them there. If they're in your inbox talking to themselves right now, leave them there right now. Right now. Don't go into the inbox and like, oh, I gave this person a chance. Because one last thing right here, y'all. I'm going to wrap this up. if you ever have to use the words, I feel safe with this person, and by safe, you mean that they're less conventionally attractive, and they're not normally your type, you don't think anybody else is going to want them, buckle your ass up. Buckle your seatbelt up and get ready to go on this bumpy ass. Like what you thought this was a highway. This is actually a testing site for crash test dummies for cars. You about to get crash tested. You are now a crash test dummy because they're going to run you through the ringer. I felt safe with them. No, okay. You thought this was the highway. This is actually a driving course designed just to crash cars. This is not a highway. It seems like it's peaceful and serene. You about to hit the wall. They're gonna show you how, and you will have no seatbelt on. You're now a crash test dummy. I'm just telling you, I feel safe with them. All right, safe because they're less conventionally attractive, man. All right. Anyways, y'all, the brand is here, is released, y'all. I'm just making some alterations and things like that. But anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning into the episode. I'm super appreciative of every single one of y'all. Come to Austin, Texas on October 15th. narcavengers.com. Come through to Austin, Texas. I'm super thankful for y'all. Thank you. Mental Illness is out. Peace.